What's up, my people? It's Cast Sports again. Now, this is a sports channel, so let's talk some sports. As usual, before I get started, let me give a shout out to the JBT community, Just Boxing Talk. We're just a group of people that love to talk boxing. And we're always looking for others to join us. The only requirement is you just have to love to talk boxing. And also, before I get started, our brother Jay Hardcore is back home from the hospital. He did his show this morning. Prayer works. And let's just continue to pray that the condition that put him in the hospital gets better. And let's pray for each other because we know prayer works. All right. BN Boxing News. Thomas Morris. What's up, gentlemen? Back for another one. My Ravens don't play today. We're getting our bye this week, so I'm not worrying about no football. What's up, Thomas Morris? I ain't seen you for a couple of days. Thomas Morris is the man. If you're looking for a personal trainer, Thomas Morris is the man. He's trained people like Ronnie Lott. Remember Ronnie Lott of San Francisco 49ers fame? If he had Thomas Morris as a personal trainer, he must know what he's doing. Okay. Now, we had 2 cards last night. Let's take a quick look at what happened. We had the card down in Houston, Texas with that's right, Tampa Thomas Morris, upward mobility. Yeah, when you told me you trained Ronnie Lott, I was like, wow. Ronnie Lott trusts you to train him. Man, you must know what you're doing, bro. Because Ronnie Lott was a big-time athlete. Had to be in perfect good shape and good condition. Anybody that's seen that man in action? Okay. Well, first of all, Ryan Garcia stopped Oscar Duarte in the, it was a knockout because he didn't get up in 10 seconds. 8th round. Shane Mosley Jr. defeated Joshua Conley via 6th round TKO. Roy Schofield looked good. He knocked out Ricardo Lopez. 1st round. Okay. Time for Roy Schofield to step up. He looked good, but who is he doing it against? Getting there with Frank Martin or Keyshawn or some of those guys. Okay, if you want to impress. Now, you got a 1st round stoppage, but you always got to consider who was it against. Time to step up, Floyd. That's all I'm saying. That is all I'm saying. And Darius Fulgham defeated Pachero Hill. And that was the 2nd round TKO. Oh, yeah. Ronnie Lott is a straight gentleman. No nonsense. Gets right to the workout. Yeah, I can see that. By the way he played the game, I can see that. Straight up, no nonsense type of person. Yeah, Thomas. I can see that in Ronnie Lott. And then seeing the interviews from his playing days, yeah, he seems like that type. Yup. Yeah. Okay, and we had a card from the UK yesterday too. Michael Conlon got beat. He was the big name on the card. Jordan Gill stopped him in the 7th round. Yeah. Okay. Lewis Crocker defeated Tyrone McKenna. 10-round unanimous decision. Now, okay, y'all know I'm good at butchering names. And this next one, K.O. Imba Agyarko defeated Troy Williamson. 10-round split decision. Why can't people have regular names, man? Like Cat Sports or Thomas Morrison? K.O. Hemyam. What is that? I can see him at the hospital. The doctor probably said, what are you going to name him? K.O. Hemyam. Doctor probably said, forget I asked. But let's move on. Sean McComb got a win over Sam Maxwell. Now see those? Sean McComb, Sam Maxwell. Those are regular names, man. K.O. and him. Yeah. But Sean McCombs defeated Sam Maxwell. 10-round unanimous decision. Gerard Hughes. Oh, Lord, here we go again. He defeated Riyad Han Farrell. 6-round decision. He didn't say whether it was a unanimous decision or whatever. Cameron Huang defeated Michael Dufek. 4th round TKO. Vegas Quinn got a win over Angel Emilov. Okay. That was a 6th round decision. And finally, Emmanuel Buttigieg. Only way that I know how to pronounce that is because remember Pete Buttigieg ran for president a few years back. So Emmanuel Buttigieg defeated Mario Oliveira. 1st round TKO. Now I want to take a quick look at this Ryan Duarte fight. I looked at it, took a few notes. I was having a little Sunday afternoon drink. Okay, let's take a look at Ryan and Duarte. Put the link in a minute too. I was trying to I'll get to that in a moment. Let's take a look at Ryan and Duarte right quick. Of course, Ryan stopped him in the 8th round. Okay, I got some notes I'm gonna refer to. Okay. Now is Ryan Garcia back? Ant McQueen. What's up, Ant? Ant McQueen in the building. Take a quick look at this Ryan Garcia and Oscar Duarte fight. In 5 seconds. I always write down who in the building, so I can show some appreciation at the end of the show. Okay. Now, is Ryan back? He answered some questions about his future last night with the 8th round knockout of Oscar Duarte. The official time was 2:51, 2 minutes 51 seconds of the 8th round. Okay. Now, of course, Brian was under with his new trainer Derek James last night, and he showed he's still improving. Okay, and he's far from damaged goods following his knockout loss to Tank earlier this year. Now he showed that there are still some defensive flaws in his game. Okay, as he kept turning his back on Deontay. All right. Now offensively, Ryan, he worked with a good sharp jab. Okay. And a blistering uppercut. And he used a lot of movement to prevent Deontay from planting his feet and unloading those power shots on him. So Ryan did a good job at that. Moving. You know, the movement kind of kept Deontay off balance too. Now Ryan started out flashing his jab, circling away from Deontay. And Deontay was trying to bully his way inside. Right? After the first couple of rounds, Ryan was comfortably ahead. I thought he was comfortably ahead. I didn't get a look at the cards once they, after the knockout. Zone don't usually do, like Showtime, ESPN, after the knockout, they always let you know what the cards was. But I don't think the Zone used to do that because I never heard what the judge's score was at the time of the knockout. But I thought Ryan was ahead, comfortably ahead. Okay. Yeah. Now by the fourth or fifth round, Deontay was starting to gain a little bit of momentum because he had worked his way inside. He was banging away at Ryan's body. Head, arms, anything he could hit. You know, Deontay was hit. But then Ryan started to move a little more. And like I said, that kept Deontay off balance. The movement did. And the movement opened Deontay up to those shots that eventually finished him off too. In the 8th round, yeah, that was a direct result of Ryan's feet. You know, he caught Deontay with a left hook that hurt him. Then he moved in. I like the way Ryan moved in for the finish too. He showed some. What's up, B3? B3 in the building. Yeah, Ryan showed me something with that finish. He moved in for the kill. Caught Deontay with a nice combination and dropped him. I thought Deontay got up at 9, but the referee waved it off. But it was the beginning of the end. Al Booker, what's happening? What is happening, fellas? Good to see y'all. I was just talking about that Ryan Garcia fight. I like the way Ryan moved in for the kill. When he got Deontay hurt with that left hook in the 8th round, he moved in on him. And that combination dropped him. Now, I thought Deontay got up at 9, but he was finished. You know, it was over. It was over. Boy. Okay. And Ryan, the win puts him back in the win column. Okay. Serve notice to 140. Now Ryan is one of the biggest names in the sport. I'm not saying he's one of the best fighters in the sport, but he's one of the biggest names. And serve notice to 140 that he's there. He called out Rolly, as I thought he would. I mean, he's not going to call out no Matias. Oh, come on. He called out Rolly. Rolly had something to say about it earlier today, too. I'm going to get into that later if I got time. B3 says Ryan handled business. Rolly, his bet for another win. What you think about that? Okay, Ryan may be able to pluck a win off Rolly. Yeah. I was just giving the action what you thought about that, B3. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I think Ryan will beat Rolly. Oh my goodness. I I'm glad my laptop was getting ready to die. That would have been a disaster. I got my plug right there to charge it. My laptop would just die right at the beginning of my live stream. What is wrong with me? I got that message. That would have been a disaster. Wow. Okay. But I got the charger in. So the disaster is averted. Disaster averted. Okay. Okay, now today, I've been going over different aspects of the sport, you know. So today I want to talk about, what am I going to talk about? Oh, the terminology, you know, the boxing language, boxing lingo, you know, and what the words mean. BN Boxing News is back. What's up, BN Boxing News? Another one of my strong regular supporters. Bruce Gas Boxing, Mike Rhyme. Yes. How's everybody today? Okay, 250. I don't get no games over yet, so I don't know. I guess, how y'all teams doing today so far? Mine, the Ravens, this is their bye week. There's Tim Layton. What's up, Tim? Tim Layton, JBT. Tim Layton is a solid guy, man. Kind of guy I could go out and have a beer with. That's if he drinks beer. But just a solid guy. Aunt McQueen says, after that Tank KO, we saw him hurt in that shot. Wait a minute. After that Tank KO, we saw him hurt in that sparring video. Dropped by Barroso. I think it may be mental at this point. Okay. Okay, Aunt. I'll put that link in there in 1 minute, so. Did I get everybody? Yep, Bruce Gas. What's up, Bruce Gas? Mike Rhyme. What's happening? Tim Layton, JBT. My people are back. I was in here yesterday talking to myself. I don't usually come on Saturdays, though. Rolly might also give in when caught on the chin. Uh-oh, okay. You think so, Ed? After yesterday, I'm giving Rolly a chance to beat Ryan. Because a lot of those times when Duarte was following around long behind Ryan, not letting his hands go, Rolly gonna be letting his hands go. Okay. And he might get a shot in it, you know. Rolly got some good power. I thought Duarte should have let his hands go a little more. And he got Ryan cornered a couple of times, and you know, he didn't let his hands go as much as he should have, you know. So I'm giving Rolly a chance now. Not much of one, but a chance. Everybody knows Jay Hardcore is home from the hospital. He did his show this morning. So that's good news. And the old school show will be tonight. That is great news. That is great news. Okay. Ant says, Rolling may also give in when he caught on the chin. I don't know, Ant. Now, when Tank caught him, he didn't have no choice but to give in. But if he can stay on his feet, I think he would. I don't think he'll just give in, Ant. I'm going to give him a little bit more credit than that. A little bit more. Mike Masick, what's up? Let me put this link in here. Okay. Link coming in, gentlemen. I got to get. Okay, here's the link phone. It's raining in Maryland. A dreary raining day. On my side of Maryland, anyway. I wasn't going to go out today, but I had to take my wife to work. Of course, my son has her car. He went to Norfolk, Virginia. Yeah. So I got to go back out, but it's all good. New comment. Man. Yeah, the Ravens off today, B3. Are you a Ravens fan, B3? I know it was some reason I like you. I'm hardcore Ravens. And we went in the Super Bowl this year. I say that every year, but it's true this year. Okay? Lamar is healthy. This is the deepest he's been in the season the last 2 years without getting hurt. The last 3 seasons without getting hurt. So he's running less. He's running a lot less. We got some good receivers. Odell Beckham is hurt right now, but he'll be back. Okay. Where's my link? Here it is. I'm going to drop the link, and then I'm going to get into this boxing lingo a little bit. And then my panel will come up here, and we're going to cook. Let's see, Cast Sports panel. Cast Sports live streams is always open panel. You say you don't have the link in there yet, and what? You're like 30 minutes into your show. But it's coming. Bear with me for 1 minute, gentlemen. BP. I might save that boxing lingo for tomorrow's show. Oh, I'm messing up already. Putting the link in is very simple for everybody except Cast Sports. If my 7-year-old granddaughter was here, it would have been it. I hope y'all teams win today, because everybody is playing for second place. Because the Baltimore Ravens will be the Super Bowl champion this year. I like the Cowboys too this year. They got a very good defense. When you got a good defense, you're going to be in every game. Because if you can get those stops, it helps. And I think Ann McQueen likes the Giants. Sorry, Ann. Somebody said Aaron Rodgers might be coming back. Wow. They said he was out for the season, but he's made a miraculous recovery. He's supposed to be practicing or something, I think. He better keep his 40-year-old butt on the sideline somewhere. Okay. I think that's right. There's the link. Okay, now where were we? Okay. Cowboys versus Eagles again. Oh, right. They play twice a year, Tim. This one is in Dallas, right, Tim? This time. Who won the first one, Tim? I can't remember. I think the first one was in Philly. That's Gregory Pratt's team, Philly. Yeah. Okay, so the second game is next week. Where's this one at, Tim? Is it Dallas or Philly? I can't remember where the first game was at. Got me a cooler. That's running my mouth. I let it get warm. Okay. Give me 1 second, gentlemen. I'm going to put this warm one back and get me a cold one because I got a 6-pack. 1 second. Okay, I'm back with a nice, cool, burn off ice cooler. And there's BN Boxing News. Let me bring BN Boxing News up here with me. There we go. BN Boxing News. What's happening, BN Boxing News?
What's going on with you, my man?
Oh, not too much. That's another day, that's all. What's happening?
Yeah. Just wanted to come on. I see you said you think that Rolly could defeat Ryan Garcia.
Yeah.
Let me say this, man. Oscar Duarte was a very, very, very aggressive fighter.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why Ryan had that awkward ass style was to basically protect his midsection. Because everybody already knew that even before the fight that Oscar Duarte was one that was going to attack the body.
Yep.
And we saw exactly what happened to Ryan Garcia the last time when what happened to him when he was attacked by the body by Tank. That's how he was stopped. I think that even though the style that Ryan was using looked very awkward, I think it was a great style against Duarte. He took away, I think that he took away Duarte's offense, man. Duarte really couldn't do anything with Ryan Garcia last night, as we could see. He did land some clean shots at Ryan in spots, but just, exactly what Ryan kept doing. Ryan stayed on his bicycle, kept moving, kept popping him, moving, and Duarte couldn't chew. And I say you can't chew and we can't chew gum and talk at the same time or whatever. He couldn't do that, man. He couldn't move and throw at the same time. And that by itself is what made Duarte not being able to catch Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia, I want to see Ryan Garcia land some combinations. I wanted to see him do more, and I kept on saying, man, come on, man, land just more than just 1 or 2 shots. Just land a combo. Come on, man, land that left. And when he finally did it in the 8th round, he landed that damn left hook and he hit him with a combo. Fight was over. I think he could have done that sooner.
Yeah.
I think he could have done that sooner, man.
That movement did keep Duarte off balance, though. It did. You're right about that. It kept him off balance and it slowed his offense up. That is a good point. What's up, Ed McQueen?
Cat Sports, my brother. What's going on with your BN Boxing News?
Going on with you, my brother?
I agree with everything that you said. Yeah, we've seen people employ the shell in a more aesthetically pleasing fashion, but it was effective. Duarte couldn't get.
He was effective.
You saw Ryan at the end of the fight. His face was clean. He wasn't marked up. Didn't get touched. Defensively, it was a damn good performance. It just didn't look good, but it was effective, and that's all you can ask for.
And that's all I was saying, man. Regardless of how it looked, the shit worked. They say the same thing about Deontay Wilder. If the shit worked, then why try to fix it? Now, will it work on other fighters in 140? Probably not. And that's why you make a game plan for each individual fighter, you know what I'm saying? That was just probably hit. I won't take.
Go ahead, BN. I was just saying, great point. You still there, BN Boxing News?
I think he broke up, but yeah.
Okay.
I agree with that too, and being flexible on your approach. And I think that also as fans, sometimes we gotta give these guys a little bit longer of a leash when we're seeing them doing things that we aren't accustomed to seeing them doing. Like last night, you saw the crowd, they got a little bit restless. They were booing Ryan, and this was getting boring, but he did a good job, man, of utilizing his legs and using the ring.
Yes, he did. QP Zach, what's happening? Welcome. Never seen you before, bro. Welcome to Cast Sports. Yeah, and you're right, it did. And the movement definitely kept Duarte off balance because he couldn't get inside. And his game plan was to get in there and work on Ryan's body and arms and whatever he could hit. But the movement kept him from doing that, you know? Okay, it looked like being boxing news came back. There he is. Okay.
I got, yeah, man.
Okay.
I got kicked the hell off, man. I don't know what to do.
No, I was just saying it was a good point you made about the game plan. That would change it from fight to fight. Yeah.
Yeah. It's gonna change from fight to fight, man. We already know that, man. I don't think he's gonna use that Philly shell on Rolly Romero, man. I don't think that's something that Derek James asked him to do. I think he did that on his own. But the shit, like I said, was effective. The shit worked, man. Oscar Duarte couldn't attack like he wanted to attack. And that's why he was trying to pick his shots where he's used to going, and he couldn't. Because that shit was so freaking, it was so effective. He just kept him, where the hell else am I hit him? That's why he kept hitting him back in his head and hitting him in his back, all in the kidneys and shit. Because he didn't know where else to hit him, bro. I mean, yeah. But at the end of the day, man, we gotta give Ryan big ups on that one, man. He did what he was supposed to do. Remember, by any means necessary, you gotta win that shit, and he did that, man.
Yep, and it propels him into the next fight. Gonna be a big one.
Yeah, but I think, I like the way he used the jab, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. He used the jab. His jab was very effective. That shit right there by itself, it kept freaking Duarte off of him, bro, for the most part. And I see why he landed some clean ass hooks on freaking Duarte. That was beautiful. So, I mean, regardless of all the criticism that Ryan Garcia is receiving right now, man, by other channels or whatever, bro, I still think that he did a great job and he was able to get the W, man. What else would you want, at this point?
Yeah, that's where first got him hooked. Hurt was that hook, right?
No, it was a left hook. It was a left hook.
Yeah, the left hook.
Yeah, left hook is what got him. But I'm saying also, dude, he landed some nice clean uppercuts during the fight, man. I mean, while Duarte was coming in, he hit his ass with some nice clean uppercuts. I've seen at least 2 or 3 of them land nice, clean, and flush. So Duarte, he was landing some hot shit on Duarte, dude. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah, I saw an interview they did when they asked him and Derek James about the uppercut, and they just like had to look like, yeah, that was part of their game plan, and it was working for him.
Yeah, it was definitely working for him, man. I liked it, bro. I was a hell of a freaking.
When he comes forward, he's in that high guard, man. So that's one of the best punches to throw. Punch right in between, and when he used the high guard, he keeps his elbows kind of flared out a little bit. So, there's the opening for it.
Wide open, bro. Wide open. And guess what, man? And like I said this too, this is the first fight under the tutelage of Derek James. He can only get better under Derek James, man. So, like I say, outstanding. I mean, he didn't fight a sit-up, bro. He fought a hell of a fighter, bro, on his first fight at 140 under Derek James. So I could only see him getting better. You know what I'm saying? But 140 loaded, though. 140 is loaded. Yeah, but I would choose wisely.
The 140 is loaded. I gotta do something. I'm getting some kind of echo, but it's me. Y'all good. I'm gonna take my. Okay. Yeah, I think I fixed it. Yeah. Okay, that's better. Yep. B3 says Ryan got booed when he called himself a Mexican, comparing himself to the Arte. Well, that don't mean nothing, you know. Can y'all hear me? Uh-oh.
I can hear you loud and clear, my brother.
Okay. Good. Yeah, because I had the echo, then I went out and came back, and it was me. It cleared up now, yeah. Yeah. I like the fight. I don't understand the criticism Ryan getting. He had a game plan for the fighter he was fighting that he could win the fight. That's what you're supposed to do. Now, he's not going to fight, like you were saying, BN Boxing News, he's not going to fight every fight like that. But he got the job done in this fight, you know? And now he done put himself in position for a big fight, possibly a belt, a championship, you know?
I thought, I'm kind of confused. I'll be honest with you. I thought that they stripped Rolly of the belt and made Rolly a champion in recess. Didn't they do that?
I heard that too. But now they saying he had an injury or something. So I don't understand what's going on with that.
He was a champion in recess. But the way everybody's talking, like Rolly still has the belt. So I don't.
Yeah. Yeah. I heard he was a champion recess at one time too. Now they said he's still a champion, but he wasn't fighting because he had an injury or something. That's the last. I heard that yesterday. Ant dropped off. So I don't know, be at Boxing News. I guess he's a champion, right?
Yeah, he's a champion.
Yeah.
He's
I thought he was a champion in recess. What'd you say, be in Boxing News?
He's the easiest one to go after, I would say, at this point.
Oh, most definitely. No. Nobody is mentioning Matias's name. I don't see no way possible that Ryan could beat Matias. I just don't see that. He might end Ryan's career.
Well, y'all got he started off slow.
You're breaking up a little bit. You're breaking up. You're breaking up a little bit, BN.
Okay, I said, you see how Matias started off real slow.
Yeah.
The first 2 rounds he gave with the Hergeshaw. If you allow a guy like freaking Ryan Garcia to tee off on him, like Hergeshaw was teeing off on him, that could be Ryan Garcia could end that fight real early, bro.
Yeah, that's true. True.
That's 2 different types of power.
Yeah. He can't do that against Ryan. He wouldn't do that. I don't think he'd do that against Ryan, no. Have to come at it different. But Ryan did the right thing. Call out Rolly, get you a belt, and go from there, you know. And now we got the big one next weekend. Devin and Regis. Fight week. For that one. You picking Devin, BN Boxing News, to win that one?
Man, I told y'all I'm going on that one, dog. I'm a Regis fan, bro. I love Devin. I respect Devin, but I'm a Regis fan.
Yeah. Ant McQueen dropped off. I don't know what happened to him. Yeah, I like Regis too. I'm pulling for Regis to win it. Smash that like, everybody.
One of those things right there, man. I'm not trying to go against Devin like most people. Most people just want to see him lose because it's there. Yeah. I ain't on that train ride right there, bro.
No.
You know, I support Bill. I support, his son and everything they do, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not hating like that, you know.
Yeah, you got a lot of motherfuckers, bro. They hating because of that. Man, that man's supposed to do shit like that. He's supposed to promote his son. He's supposed everything he's supposed to do.
Yeah. Look how he's worked over the years. Look how much attention he brings to his son.
Yeah, he's supposed to, dog. They know that man's the old school shit talk, doing what he's supposed to do.
Oh yeah. People that don't like the way he talked, man, they wouldn't have made it back in the Ali era and all that time, man. That's all he did back then. That was part of the game. You know? Getting them press conferences, they be almost ready to fight. Because all the trash stuff was talked.
Yeah. They had some good fights. I seen that.
You keep breaking up the inbox of news.
Oh, you can hear me now?
Yeah, you good now.
Yeah.
Perfect.
They had that little kid fight last night. I can't think of his name offhand right now. He had the co-main event. He knocked the guy out in the first round, man. He's
talking about Schofield?
Floyd Schofield, man.
Right.
He ain't ready yet, dog. But hey, this is like my third fight I've seen of him. I seen him fight his last fight when he got blooded, and I seen one before that, and I seen this one.
Yeah,
he gonna be a motherfucker, boy. And I say this: they his handlers need to move him. It's all about how they move him, man. And right. I know he's calling out guys like Shakur and Tank and all that. He ain't ready for that yet.
Not yet.
But they gotta move him, bro. Slowly but surely. Jojo Diaz gonna be a hell of a fight for him too, though. Jojo can get down.
Yeah. So he called for Jojo next, right?
Yeah, he called for Jojo next.
You think he ready for that one next?
Man, personally, I would say right now, I would say probably not, bro.
No.
Jojo, if he passed that test, if he passed the Jojo Diaz test, you might as well go ahead and throw him in the lake with all the rest of them.
Might as well. If you get past Jojo. Jojo is experienced, you know.
He's very
Jojo know what it takes. Yeah.
Yeah,
that
Jojo,
might be a good test for him, though. You know what I mean? It might be.
Yeah. Like I said, if you pass that test right there, you might as well go ahead and throw him in the rip and all the rest.
I agree. If you get past Jojo, he's ready.
Yeah, he's ready.
B3. Yeah. Come on up here, B3. I see you. He says, right. Oh, that was old. Mike Ryan. So that's what the guy said it was. Ryan's power that surprised him. Why would Ryan's power surprise him? Everybody know Ryan got good power. You know? I think it was experience to hurt Duarte too, because he hadn't really fought nobody even close to Ryan's level. You know, he had knocked out 11 straight people, but look who they was. You know? Yeah,
flip flops.
Yeah.
He used to just rushing you, crowding you, man, just landing some nice shots, and,
overwhelming you.
Allow him to do that.
But he could do that to Ryan. I like the way Ryan was moving. I don't like how them people start booing, man, you know, just because Ryan started moving, you know.
Well, believe it or not, it was a pro Duarte crowd last night, bro.
Yeah.
Those people wasn't there for Ryan.
Mm-mm.
So all that shit they talking about it was Ryan this, Ryan that, was a tank fight. As you can see last night, dog, it was a pro Duarte.
It definitely was. Definitely was. I was surprised by that too.
Yeah, Ryan didn't have that much people out there for him, man.
I know. Yeah, and when he started moving, they started booing. I mean, they wanted him to engage, and why are you gonna stand up in there and go blow for blow with this guy?
They want him to get knocked out, man.
Yeah, when he got the feet to move, keep Duarte off balance, and you see what it did. That's what led to him catching with that left hook, that movement. Duarte ran right into it. And that was it. That was the beginning of the end for him. Did you think, I thought Duarte made it up at 9, though. What you think about that? I mean, it was still over with, but I did think he made it up.
They got a dead rat in that little spot over there. You got dead rat up there. When you walk in the store, you can smell that shit. What? Like a dead rat in there. Yeah, you can smell it. Yeah, man. I'm at work, man.
Oh, okay. Now, did you think? I mean, he still wasn't going to win, but I thought Deontay made it up at 9. What do you think about that?
You said what? Say it again.
I thought Deontay made it up at the 9 count before 10, but he still was going to lose. Did you notice that?
Yeah, I noticed that. He made it up at the 9 count, but
yeah,
you know, the referee, see, when you do that kind of stuff, you put it in the referee's hands.
Okay.
So at that point, the referee looked you in your eyes, and it's totally up to them at this point. You get up at 9, the 9 counts. If they don't see the right stuff in your eyes, it's a wrap.
Yeah, it's up to the referee.
What's good, Cass? What's good, BNB?
What's up? What's your book?
I don't know. What's on your mind, B3? The floor is yours, bro.
Shit, nah, the floor is ours. You know, you told me to hop on. I wanted to hop it on and chop it up with y'all for a little bit. I ain't want to have the little bland dot like BNB, so I threw I had just seen this, and I took a picture of it. I don't know if you can see my little icon, but
yeah, I see it.
Lomachenko crying after they say Devin Haney, and it was funny. I just had the caption that said Devin Haney defeats Lomachenko to retain, and then they had him right there just crying. I just thought it was hilarious. But
yeah, I see it. I didn't know who that was at first. Then I took a better look. Wow.
But because I wasn't about to go through my whole photo album trying to find my photo or whatever. But I thought the fight, I thought Ryan, for his first fight coming back off of getting knocked out, I thought he performed very well. Yeah. To be in there with a monster like Tank. A lot of times, I'll be honest with you, a lot of these guys, the way he got hit with that overhand left, even though he got up, I think he got up based off of his experience and also his conditioning in the Tank fight. But a shot like that, you might want to, you probably should be out 8 to 12 months. You know what I mean? Like even like with Rolly, I don't think Rolly, should have fought, that soon. Even with the Rolly fight, I think Rolly, we see what the effects of, with Rolly. You know what I mean? So these guys taking these tough fights, and then they coming back and they getting in another tough fight. It's just a testament to how hard they really working. So, I mean, I like BNB, like I put a lot of respect on what Ryan did last night. I had him getting a knockout, and he did what he was supposed to do. I do think his opponent was a little tailor-made for him.
Yeah, true.
I think Derek James definitely studied, and when I looked at it, and why I knew I didn't know when it was going to happen, but I knew that Ryan was going to get the KO was based on the guy's level of experience. Yep. And he hadn't been in with any high level competition. The best person on his resume was Alex Martin, and Alex Martin is a good fighter, but he's not a high level fighter. You know what I mean? He's not on Ryan Garcia's level.
Not at all.
And Ryan Garcia has been in with Luke Campbell, who is, I believe, a gold medalist. I believe he was in with Fortuna. He been in with Tank. So he has he has like high level experience under those lights. And it played out that way. He got caught. He couldn't beat the 8 count. And a lot of these dudes, if dudes that have been dropped before in fights, they know how to beat the count. You see what I'm saying? You know how guys will stay down until 8 and they know to stand up. They know how to beat the count so they can continue but like what I'm saying is those is veteran fighters and most of the time journeymen that know how to, because what they want to do is they want to get to the next payday. A lot of these guys be having fights scheduled after the fight day. You see what I'm saying? So Duarte, he didn't have that experience to even know he could have probably continued. And I think he kind of wanted to continue a little bit. Now, needless to say, when you in there with a puncher, kind of like where Ryan was with Tank, you don't know that you're not really too sure because you're not them. So I don't really know where he was, mentally to be even able to continue to fight with Ryan. Of course, I understand that he didn't realize that referee was going, call the fight when he got up before 10. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So,
I see.
for one, I know that it's a language barrier. You see what I'm saying? That was an American ref. It was a Black American ref, and
True.
Duarte, he don't speak English. So him getting up when he got up, he probably like, okay, I think I beat 10. In his mind, he just got punched in the face by Ryan. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So
That's a good point, B3.
He not, he probably could have continued fighting, but it was a lot going on. And Coach Calvin has said something. They said that ref was used the night. My bad. I know I'm going crazy, Cass, but I just talking. But
go ahead. Make your points, bro.
Yeah, Coach Calvin has said that referee was used the previous night with the Red Owl event with Jalil and Mia Killer B. So he said that referee that was working with Ryan and the Duarte fight told them that, listen, you need to be up by 8, because what he wants to do is on 9 and 10, he needs to be moving you left or right to see if he gonna let it continue. Yep. But because when Duarte got up, he wouldn't giving the referee an opportunity to, you see him keeping in the bounds of the rules of how it's supposed to be. You need to be up by 8, or and I need to check you to see if you can continue, or I'm waving the fight off. And
right,
a lot of the rules in boxing have kind of like been shifted a little bit. With a lot of promotion, a lot of A-side business, that a lot of these guys that get knocked down, they don't want to see certain guys lose fights when they can still continue to fight. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
they don't want that. They definitely don't want that to happen. So this referee is definitely, he was on some kind of almost prehistoric type of referee skills, which I agree with, but at the same time,
I kind of agree too.
At the same time, go ahead, Cass.
Go ahead, B3. No, I'm disagreeing with
what I was just going to say is, I'm gonna be honest with you. With him, I think that referee, he kind of is a little too old school for me personally, because in the event that he did stand up before 10, which we all saw, he did stand up before 10, and he waved it off. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
So to see that he made eye contact with you, he was standing up, unless he wobbled or something, or I feel like the referee should have checked him as he was standing. You see what I'm saying? Walk him left, walk him right, grab his hands to see if he can still continue. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it wasn't in a sense where this was like his second or third time getting knocked down, or he was all wobbly. He got hit. He got caught with a clean shot, and then he was lost for where he was at. He was kind of tucked into the ropes, and then Ryan kind of hit him a couple more times, and then he went down. So it wasn't a situation like he got flatlined, or he got knocked down 2 or 3 times. So all in all, I thought it was a hell of a hell of a fight. I think Duarte brought the fight.
Yeah, it was a good fight.
He definitely brought the fight to Ryan, so it was definitely good. I'm glad it didn't put like I like the momentum in boxing to continue rolling, continue growing. I don't like stagnation in boxing, because then you get kind of a lot of negativity, because ultimately what you want, these guys, they have to be able to generate the amount of value to make the big fights happen. Because you see, it's a lot of situations where boxers, they be kind of not knowing all the way how much they, what their value is. Like for instance, like me as a fan, I might say, Teofimo is worth $5 million. He should get guaranteed at least $5 million to fight Ryan, right? But if the numbers don't project that, if Teofimo not bringing $5 million worth of, ticket sales or any event, then it's hard to, and you can't guarantee it. Now, anything on the back end, that's separate. Whatever you generate based off of how well you promote the fight, that's one thing. But we just talking about upfront, guarantees, and it's hard to do that if the numbers don't make sense. So,
right.
I think that's just what it is. You know, I think a lot of these fights are going to happen. I think 2024 is going to have to be a big year.
I think it is. But you know, going back to what you said about that ref, I think the rule is you have to be down 10 seconds. So the man was up at 9. You should have let him continue. I mean, right? It wasn't going to last too much longer after that. But he baited up before 10 seconds. He should have let him continue. You know what I mean?
Without question,
rule, right? 10
yeah,
seconds.
without question. Yeah, because there was no need for him to, you know, integrate himself too much in that situation. I could see if Duarte looked funny to the ref, or you know he had been getting beaten up, you know, a lot, it would have been real bad, then I understand what the ref was doing. But in that situation, 100%, he should have definitely checked him. Yeah, he should have definitely at least checked him real quick and said, okay, continue. If Ryan can finish him, if you can't defend yourself, you can step in at that point. I've seen it happen, you know, every weekend. You know what I'm saying? Every weekend I watch boxing, I see, you know, some, you know, Ryan would have finished the job the right way. I
think Ryan would have finished it. Let me holler at, we got Gregory Pratt came in. Jay Hardcore Boxing News came in. Good to see Jay Hardcore. Back.
Gregory Pratt, what it do? Jay Hardcore, what it do?
Yeah. Yeah, but you're 100% right, V3. These guys coming in there like Teofimo, Ryan, all those guys. And we're going to get those big fights next year. I really believe we are. It's the biggest year we had this year. I think it's going to be bigger next year.
Yeah, without question. Without question. I just feel like these guys got to continue to build their profile, you know, the right way.
Right.
And
the women are starting to make some noise. We starting the year out with a big women's fight. We got Natasha Jonas. I forgot who she's fighting.
Michaela Mayer.
Yeah, Michaela Mayer. That's a big one there. And 100%. Then they're talking about the trilogy between Katie Taylor and Chantel Cameron, possibly. You know, the boxing is in a good place.
Absolutely. Hopefully Alicia be back soon. I want to see Alicia be back in the ring the top of next year. But you know, we got since I came on, we bringing up women's boxing. We might as well rap and taste a little bit about Shadeja Green and Franchon Cruz.
Franchon, that's coming up.
Yeah. What's your take on it right now? Yeah,
I like Shadeja.
In 2 weeks, it's in 2 weeks on the 16th. On the 15th, matter of fact.
Yeah, that's the day. That's on a Friday, I think.
Yep.
Day before Bam and Sonny Edwards unification.
Absolutely. Yep.
But I like Shadeja B3.
Yeah, I know you do.
Franchon is just too big, man. Like when she fought Savannah Marshall, all she did was grab. She can only go forward and back, but she don't have no kind of lateral movement or nothing like that, man. I mean, that's what I see.
I see. Now, let me ask you this. Based on you feeling that way, what do you feel about how do you feel Shadeja looked in her last performance?
I didn't see her last fight. Who was her last fight against?
She fought Olivia Curry.
Olivia Curry, okay. What you think about that, Shadeja and Franchon, B3?
I think it's going to be a close fight. I think it's closer than people, the betting line suggests. In my personal opinion, I could see this because here's the thing: they doing 10 minute, so 2 minute rounds, 10 rounds.
10 2 minutes, right?
10 2 minutes. So you know, a little and a lot can happen in that. You know, a lot gonna happen, but you know, it could be not what you think, because what I'm thinking that might happen is, and I'm a little skeptical because you know I like to bet on these fights, and with this fight specifically. I think Franchon could possibly smother Shadeja's work. And I've seen that with the Olivia Curry fight.
Interesting.
And Franchon, she throws a lot of punches, and she has now if Shadeja can hit her with something that she ain't used to, then that would be something I never seen. I never seen really Franchon like hurt or out on her feet in a fight. I haven't personally ever seen it. So that would be something new. But my whole thing is I like Shadeja a lot, and I like I be watching Ness, and Ness really kind of big Shadeja up, so she's really huge in my eyes. But what I can't do with Shadeja after her last fight is I can't look at her record and determine if how I'm going to look at this fight. I have to look at your last performance, and this is what I do want to say about Franchon, like her last performance. Savannah Marshall, she ain't no she ain't no run of the mill. I know she's not like big in the US, but she's not just no regular female fighter that they just fighting. Like Savannah Marshall, if you remember at the Clarissa Shields fight, Clarissa said that Savannah hit her so hard she had lost vision.
I remember that
during that fight. So I
remember that. Yeah.
So for the fact that Shadeja took it to her all 10 rounds nonstop, she came up short. But all I'm saying is for a Shadeja fight, I think Shadeja, I don't think she has the wealth of experience that Clarissa and Savannah has. No, she's a phenom. She's phenomenal. She's definitely a phenom. But see, in these type of fights, your experience is going to play a major factor. You know what I mean? And then, ultimately, in these fights, what we've seen is, because we've seen like Mia Killer B, she got the bad side of a decision this week on Friday. Yeah. And also Malik Warren. These fights, especially if you don't have like the requisite amount of time. So let me say, if this was a 12-round fight with 3 minutes, I would favor
Shadeja.
I would possibly favor Shadeja, and possibly because she had more time to land the shot that she needs to land to change the fight.
Good point. Great point.
But with these 2-minute rounds, Franchon could possibly outwork Shadeja. We just got to see it, man. This is gonna be a hell of a fight. I can't wait.
Yeah, that's a good fight, man. Yeah, and the women always make these fights, man. We don't have to wait for the women fights. Like the men, we gotta wait a couple years. And the women make them right away. I was shocked when I first saw Franchon and Shadeja coming out. I said, "What? Already?" But I'm glad Shadeja getting her opportunity, man. I like her. But who are you picking though? You didn't say who you was picking, Beasley. Franchon?
It's a tough one, man. It's 50-50 for me, man.
It is.
When you when you got two people you truly admire, it's kind of hard, to some people you just on the side and like you kind of be like, okay, I gotta side with this person versus this person. But like, for instance, I don't know either of them personally. I just know them from the work that they do. You see, and I like both of their work. But my whole thing is that your last performance, I have to base my opinion off of that strictly because that's the last I've seen of you. You know what I'm saying? And it's based on the level of competition that you were in with on that particular day. You know what I mean? And sometimes some people may look at it as, you having a tough fight with somebody that's not on your level, you fighting down to their competition. So if Shadeja, if Franchon picks it up on Shadeja, this fight could go either way. That's all I'm saying. So it's a 50-50 fight. If I had to call it right now, I would have to call it down the middle. I got to call it a draw right now. I could really see a situation, and I know they want that belt in somebody's hands, Cass. Like you see what I'm saying? They're not making this fight for it to turn out that. But listen, they couldn't control Terry Harper. No, it wasn't Terry Harper. It was who just got to draw Jessica McCaskill and Sandy Ryan's fight.
Yeah, I know they. Ryan.
Yeah, I know they wanted that to work out a certain way, you know, but they still got to draw in that fight. So you can't.
Sometimes you can't help it, you know.
Well, let me say this. Sometimes it seems like, to me personally, is that, you know, I don't want to speak too much about it being on that right now, Cass. But the judging in boxing is a little funny to me.
Yeah. It definitely is.
It's just funny, man. It's just
no question.
You literally can't. I almost have to put more respect on you if you win in decisions. You see what I'm saying? Because a lot of these fights are so neck and neck that you really risking your whole livelihood letting something go to the, you know, not giving your all, and like really, you know, putting yourself in harm's way to get a stoppage. You literally risking taking an L. You know what I mean? So yeah.
And you gotta abide by that. You gotta live by that, you know. Whatever they decide, that's it.
I think I'm gonna be honest with you. Shadeja slipped up. I'm gonna say this, you know, me and you just wrapping it up a little bit. You know, so it'll probably get picked up. But Shadeja, she hopped on with Greg Hackett. I peeped it, and you know, she said something about, he had asked her about like future fights and talking about her fighting Clarissa. And she ended up saying, she was like, Greg, Clarissa getting stopped too. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, her talking that way, it just got me, you know, I like that type of talk. So if she's confident enough to go in there and believe she can stop, and she's gonna dictate, like she's gonna punch on Franchon, if she knows for a fact that she can get in there and punch on Franchon because she said that, like, Shadeja not the one to shoot no shit. She gonna call it straight, you know. So if she believes that she can stop Franchon, then I gotta roll with her, because you see what I'm saying? Because she would know. She would know. I mean, she grew up. She knows Franchon. They worked before.
They worked before. They know each other.
They know each other. So that's my whole point. So and this is the biggest fight for Franchon. So it's not like she had another fight. It's like this is the
both of them, really, ain't it?
Yeah,
100%. Biggest fight too, right?
100%.
My whole thing she went for a title when it beat me.
My whole thing is that for first world title for Shadeja, absolutely. Absolutely, she got the interim belt, but the reason I said that was Franchon had the choice, and she chose to fight Savannah, you know, versus you know, defending against her mandatory in Shadeja. So like all I'm saying is, if there was another fight for Franchon, Shadeja would probably still be waiting. You see what I'm saying? Like, so
that's true.
So it is what it is. So that's my whole point. Is I like Franchon. I definitely like Shadeja. I just feel like it's a close fight. But when it gets closer down to it, I'll probably end up. It all depends on what the odds looking like. You know what I'm saying? I got to study. I like to see the weigh-ins. I like to see everything, like
all that.
Yeah, because
we got Just Do Boxing in the building, and Uncle Che.
What up, Just Do?
Just Do. I got Jay Hardcore and Just Do Boxing in here. YouTube boxing royalty. Appreciate them brothers, and they support me big time. That means a lot. Yeah, B3. Today's let me see. I've lost my train of thought a little bit, but Franchon.
You know why we up? Here?
Huh?
You know, since we up here, we got to rap a little bit about the fight this weekend.
Oh, Devin and Regis.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, of course. Devin and Regis.
Yeah.
It's almost.
Now, let me ask you this.
For them.
Yeah, let me ask you this, because you broke down the fight a few months back. That was like one of the first videos I saw, and I really liked it.
Oh, yeah, I did. A while back. So, yeah, I remember that.
Do you still got Regis beating Devin?
Oh, man. It's done changed a little since then, but it just depends, man. I just got to, like you were saying about Franchon and Shadeja, I just got to see this fight, man, because there's a lot of variables, you know, that will you know, decide this fight, man. If Devin gets in there early and gets comfortable boxing, jabbing, moving, we just let him get comfortable early, it's a wrap. Devin gonna win it. But if Regis can get in there and dirty it up early, keep Devin inside, roughing him up, then all bets are off. It just depends, man. For me now. But since I made that video, a lot done changed, man. Looking at it, you know what I mean? It just depends.
No, 100%.
Do you think that's
with a lot of people? So I don't know. I don't think it's 50-50.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Yeah.
I don't think well, let me say this. I kind of know it's not 50-50 in the sense that if it's just not, because let me say this, man.
Yeah.
And this, everybody know this, like skills pay the bills.
That's right.
Skill, and
that is right.
And when you talk about like these guys' opponents, Regis is not gonna get the credit he deserves for what he's done in the sport of boxing. You see what I'm saying? Because he kind of paved his own trail. Like he wasn't like a Olympic gold medalist or silver medalist. He didn't do those type of things. So he had kind of like a similar Devin Haney type of approach where, he had developmental fights, and then he got to a point where he was good enough to compete. We know with Josh Taylor and those, championship level fights. So that's where he's at now. Right. And my whole thing is that you can't put a price on the level of experience that you have in the ring. And when Devin said it clearly, Devin been boxing since he was 7. Regis been boxing since he was 17. 10-year gap. Now, if you telling me if some people, and let me say this, it's one thing to be at boxing that long. It's another thing when you are known for putting the work in, to be where you're at. And from all accounts of what we know about Devin Haney is gonna put the work in. You see what I'm saying? So he's not cutting no corners on the work output. So, like I said, a lot of these fighters, man, like a fighter like Devin Haney, like in order for you to like beat him up, you probably would need more time. You see what I'm saying? Like you probably would need 15 rounds to get him out of there. You see what I'm saying? Though? Because these dudes, their conditioning is so high that it's the level of conditioning is going to be too high. Like think about it. Duarte was getting rocked. I'm gonna be honest with you. I had Duarte getting knocked out in the 4th round, like third. I told you earlier in the week I had it Ryan 1 through 6. Like,
I remember. Yeah, you said 1 through 6. I remember.
Yeah, I knew for a fact that I was like, man, Duarte, he don't have the level of experience to stay in there with Ryan, and Ryan is a power puncher. So I knew for a fact that Duarte wasn't going to be able to withstand. With that being said, I kind of lost my train of thought real quick, but I got it's just hard. The level of experience that Devin has, I think he's just gonna box circles around Regis. I'm just gonna be honest.
Well, you say Regis not gonna be able to dirty it up, right? Devin just gonna keep him on the outside. Regis ain't gonna be able to get in there and make it a rough fight.
See the thing about if he had the footwork and the skills to do it, let me say this: the person that was gonna do it was Lomachenko. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? That's the person that could match him footwork. Now he couldn't match him size wise. Devin is bigger than Lomachenko, but the person that was going to be able to stay with him and not let him get around on any angles or anything like that, or
Loma, right?
Was Loma. You see what I'm saying? Right. And we all know boxing. Exactly. Like we know who Loma is. Like, so my whole thing is that one thing I do know, and I have to keep it all the way a stack. Like Regis is a dangerous fighter. Like nobody was just calling to make fights for Regis.
No, they sure wasn't.
Because we've known for years of watching boxing that Regis didn't want the AD fight. You know what I'm saying? Regis didn't wanted a Tank fight. Regis didn't wanted all these guys. You see what I'm saying? But he couldn't get the opportunity. Now, of course, his popularity and what he brings to the table is one factor. But of course, if the reward don't match or surpass the risk, they ain't getting the fight. we ain't gonna get this fight. You see what I'm saying? So
yeah.
I just think it's a dangerous fight to take on paper. But then when I look at the level of skills, like this weekend showed me a lot with Garcia versus Duarte. Then some of these guys, if you don't got the skills, that's how you gonna look. Let me ask you this. Think about this though. Is Jorge Linares a top level fighter?
He was. Not
okay.
Now.
Right, exactly. What about George Kambosos? Would you call him a top level fighter?
No. C level at best.
Well, let me say this: he beat a unified champ. So was he a female top level fighter?
Yes.
Okay, so he got a win over. So he got a win over.
Though,
all right, so like for the sake
that
of
wasn't the T.O. that fought Josh Taylor that Kambosos beat or Loma. You know, but I see where you're going here. Yeah. George Kambosos. No, I give Devin all the credit in the world for beating Kambosos, man. You know,
well, my whole thing. Well, this is all I'm saying is that the level of opposition is not close if you look at it. You see what I'm saying?
You mean between Regis and Devin?
Yes.
Okay.
It's not even because like think about it. Who would you say is Regis' best win?
Josh Taylor.
He didn't beat
Josh Taylor. Damn.
Yeah, so who's his best win?
Best opponent. Oh man. His best win? I don't even know, to tell you the truth.
It's probably Zepeda.
Probably.
Possibly.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Resume, I would definitely give it to Devin. I would definitely give resume to Devin, you know.
So
I ain't had no problem with that. No problem.
But my whole thing, I didn't bring that up to speak on resume. I brought it up to speak on level of experience.
Level of experience.
Yeah,
that's
because you understand, when you getting in, when Devin is getting in with these guys, like Bill, they talking about he's managed his career very well. You damn right. You know what I'm saying? Because why you can't put the cart before the horse. But all of these guys, he's gaining experience from doing these 12-round fights with Gamboa and Linares and, getting hit behind the head.
That's why I brought resume up, because of the guys he was in there against me. So, that's why I brought resume up, because of those guys gaining that experience against. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Exactly.
So I would give level of experience to Devin, of course.
Oh, yeah. Ain't no question.
Yeah.
Ain't no question. So Regis in an uphill battle. Because what he's gonna have to do is when like with T.O. was in an uphill battle and everybody said he was sick before the fight. Maybe he was. But I messed up money. Yeah. I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna break this down. I'm gonna tell you what I had. On that weekend, I had a parlay.
Right.
I had the Boo Boo Andre in 1 through 4, he was fighting Jason Quigley.
Oh, that's right.
He got a second round, like a second round stoppage or something like that.
Yeah, that was that same weekend, wasn't it?
100%. I had Boo Boo. And then I had Bud Crawford versus Sean Porter. I took Bud Crawford 10 through 12. I was like, he probably gonna get like a late stoppage. So I called that one correct because I thought Sean was tough.
Yep.
But
you got that one.
I just feel like when Crawford had like 100% knockout ratio, so I was like, he'll probably get a late. So I put those two, and the fourth one, I had trusted T.O. Because what was he saying before the Kambosos fight? What was he saying he was gonna do to Kambosos?
He's gonna stop him.
He said he was gonna stop him. He said he was gonna knock him out with in 3 rounds. He said he was gonna demolish him.
Yep, so that's what he said.
So he won my parlay because I took him 1 through 4 in that parlay because I thought he was gonna stop Kambosos.
Right, that's what he said.
You know what I mean? So with that said, these guys, they say a lot. You know what I'm saying? But I just say this. I don't want to take nothing away from T.O. I like T.O., man. T.O., he says some stuff that's a little outlandish, but as a human being, as a person, he seemed like he a nice dude. Like, because you can see, even with the stuff he said, you don't see none of the boxers that know him personally taking offense to anything. They like, but that's just T.O. He just talking shit,
because they know
they're not looking at. Yeah, they know him, so they're not taking it personal. 100%. So I like Tio. It's just, well, you know, but to man, Cash, I just feel like this fight this week is gonna be a hell of a fight.
I think so too.
Do you feel like? I think the people from your side, can you envision a world where Regis can stop Devin Haney?
Yeah. I saw Devin Haney walking sideways back to his corner after Lennard's corner. Now, B3, if Lennard could have caught Devin with that shot with like 30 to 40 seconds in that round, because he was done. But it just happened within the last 10 seconds. With more time, he don't survive that. You know?
Now, let me say this. I don't know. We are making an assumption now. You know what I'm saying? That's an assumption that he wouldn't have survived if it was in the first, if it was in the first minute, because what we seen him do after he got caught and he was hurt, he clinched for 2 rounds, right?
Yeah, he did. He did. So he could have clinched for the rest of that round too. Good point.
Yeah, no, 100%. He would definitely have clinched for the rest of that round.
Point.
And you know, try and jabbed him away and then clinched again. So let me say this about that's why I'm gonna take. But let me say, I don't be honest with you. I'm not putting Regis over Linares. And I like Regis. Like, I'm a fan of Regis. I've wanted to see
Lars can beat Regis?
Now? I'm not saying he can beat Regis.
Okay.
What I'm saying is, I'm not saying Regis in his prime. I'm not saying, I don't know. Now, of course, Regis will probably stop Linares possibly.
Yeah, Linares was a bad boy in his prime, man.
Man, that's my whole point.
Combinations, man, and that pinpoint accuracy he had. Remember?
Linares is a 3-division champ. Like, Linares ain't no chump. So
in his prime, it's funny. Anybody, man.
That's my point, Cass. Like, it's funny how people not looking at that for what it is. You see what I'm saying? Like, they looking at it as Linares still fighting guys. You see what I'm saying? Like, and he fought Devin like 4 years ago. So I think it's too much discrediting of, you know, people's opponents. Like, that people they missing the boat with understanding the sport because they so quick to discredit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
It's easy. It's gonna be easy to do it because, you know, a lot of people say, oh, well, y'all, they feel they looking at it from another perspective. Like, you know, everybody got to be their own person. Like, don't be upset with the next person doing it. They want to be goofy and discredit, you know, who this person or who that person fought. Let them do that. You know what I'm saying? But if you're not understanding, like, people gonna lose money thinking that Devin is gonna lose. I'm like, that's dumb as hell. Like, you gonna put money now. If you like the odds, that's one thing. If you like the odds, I understand. I understand if you like the odds and you're willing to take a risk, whatever, whoop-de-whoop. But people that really believe it, it's like, come on, like, you gotta read a little bit more into it. You just do. Like, I didn't have Josh Taylor beating Teofimo. I just picked that fight going the distance. I didn't.
Yeah, Teofimo.
I had the fight going the distance. Tio's emotions, I didn't understand. I didn't know what he was going to do.
That's why I picked Josh Taylor, because I didn't know what kind of Teofimo we was going to get. But he put all that stuff to the side, you know. And I was impressed, you know.
Yeah, he was too up and down emotionally, way too up and down. So he kind of confused me a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Shoot,
but he showed he's able to come in there and fight and perform. All that stuff didn't matter. He said, I was impressed by Teofimo when it did to Josh Taylor.
Yeah, but people give Tio buku credit, you know, for beating Loma and beating Josh. They don't never take into account the circumstance. You know, it's like other people's circumstances. Or Loma, Devin fought Loma, he was 34 years old, right?
Right.
And people know that about Devin, and people try to say he was an old man, but nobody mentions that Lomachenko was out the ring for 14 or 16 months before Tio fight. Nobody want to bring up Lomachenko's shoulder injury. Come on, man. And then like Josh Taylor, he was coming off a hand injury. He was out the ring for about 14 months before he fought Tio.
And Jack Catterall beat him too. Remember?
And come on, and Jack Catterall beat him. So the one thing about boxing is funny is that, and I since we chopping it up, I just keep chopping it up with you. Tio, man, his power is overstated to me.
You think so?
Man, who he knocked out?
He knocked out Coleman.
That's what I'm saying. You see what I'm saying? So he got one guy he knocked out, Comey, and now, but you see what I'm saying? But it's like, they can sell Teofimo. People can say whatever they want about Teofimo, about how he's such a power puncher. But if you say anything about, another fighter's skills or whatever, it's like, well, who they beat? Like, oh, who was their opponent? I'm like, yo, you can do that. You can play that game with everybody, yo.
Everybody.
You can play that game with everybody.
Make that case with anybody, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, I just feel like Devin definitely has a power deficit. You see what I'm saying?
But he don't need power.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't need it. With his skill set.
He needs just enough to make sure that you're not, just coming in the front door.
Just gonna walk it right. Just gonna walk him down like that. But he got enough for that. With his skill set, he can box his way to wins. Now the Loma, I remember, like you said, Loma. People were saying Loma was the old man Devin beat. Right now at 135, I got Tank, Shakur, and Loma over all them young cats there. I picked Loma over any of them right now. So he wasn't no old man when that Loma. That was big time vintage Loma that fought Devin, man. Anybody that know boxing will tell you that. That was vintage Loma. Checo. That was the best Loma that fought Devin,
People see my picture right here. You see my picture right here.
Yeah.
This Loma is not crying because he lost a fight. Loma is crying because this man worked months.
He gave his best.
He trained for months to win this fight. People don't realize that, like, he put his all into beating this.
And it showed, man.
Like,
that was bitches. That was the best Loma. That wasn't no old man.
He gave everything. He gave everything he had.
Yes, he did, man.
He gave everything he had. And even though he came up short in the 12th round, you see what I'm saying? Because he was winning. He was winning the back. The 10. He won 10 and 11.
He won 10 and 11. Yeah, he did.
And he could have got a draw if he would have won that 12th round.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. But he didn't. I mean, it was that extra little umph that he couldn't get to. You see what I'm saying? He couldn't pull that little bit of. He couldn't get it out of himself, man. And he couldn't.
Same thing happened against Teofimo, remember? In the 12th round.
Same thing happened.
Yep.
Same thing happened. He punching on Dev, punching on Tio. Then the 12th round come. The younger man, push their hands together, and that's what you got to do in the 12th round. I like to see it every round, but definitely in the 12th round, you got to let your hands go.
They call them championship rounds for a reason,
Facts.
But you know what, B3? You know what? That Loma that fought Devin beats everybody at 135 named Shakur or Tank. All of them. I would put money on that Loma against any of them, except Tank and Shakur. The one that fought Devin?
100%.
Frank Martin, Kid Austin, the one that Keyshawn, all of them. That Loma right there will beat all of them. I would put money on that Loma. Yes, I would.
And I would now the Frank Martin fight is good, or either Frank Martin would be and I'll say this: Frank Martin don't have the experience, but one thing I seen. Well, let me say this: I'm gonna take this back because I gotta be consistent. And if we gonna believe that Tio wasn't himself with Kambosos, then
Right.
I too have to believe that Loma wasn't himself against Tio. And what I was gonna say is that, you know, Loma, he it almost seemed like people almost kind of felt like Lomachenko was scared of Tio's power. You see what I'm saying? Like, I think that's the allure of Tio came from Loma not throwing punches for like the first 6 rounds of the fight.
Right.
So now Tio is just this big, massive puncher that everybody's scared of. You know,
and he wasn't. no, his power wasn't like that, man. No.
Right.
I mean,
it's like that now because only because, like you're saying, if we gonna say he was, you know,
I think he was a little hurt or something.
Then Loma was probably hurt in the Tio fight.
Yeah, that seemed like a more thing of being hurt than scared of his power, not throwing for 6 rounds, man. Come on now.
Because I'm gonna be honest with you, he got rocked.
6 rounds.
He got rocked. Loma got dropped by Linares.
Yeah, I remember.
And end up closing in on him and stopping Linares.
End up winning.
So he's not. He don't fight afraid of fighters' power. Like, he not fighting.
No.
He not as like a scary fighter. You know what I'm saying? He's a smart fighter. And
no, not Lomachenko.
If you see this dude is throwing heat, Tio be throwing heat. So if he's throwing heat, you gonna play it safe. Like, you know what I'm saying? But hopefully you play it safe within range. You know, I think
you're not gonna stop throwing punches for 6 rounds.
Yeah, that was crazy.
You know?
Yeah, that was right. That's what I'm saying. That was crazy. So I just, you know, it's just funny. It's gonna be a great show this weekend, man. I think a lot of eyes is gonna be open this weekend. I hope we get a great show, man. I hope we get a great performance by both guys.
Well, you saying a lot of eyes gonna be open? That seems like Devin gonna stop Regis or something. B3.
I don't think Devin gonna stop. I don't think he's gonna stop Regis. But my whole thing is this: if you can dominate, even if I don't want him to dominate, I don't want him to dominate.
Right.
I want Regis to, you know, get off. I want them to have a great fight. Because my whole thing is this: in boxing, this is what we know. I mean, you don't want to lose ever.
No. Ever.
But what you definitely don't want to do is you do not want to have a boring performance.
No, you don't want that.
Because you got people paying to watch you fight. You know. Yeah. You got people paying hard on money.
And you want to keep doing that, right?
100%. 100%. So at the end of the day, I want Devin to put on a performance that would get Tank excited and would say, all right, little nigga, you didn't did it now. Let's go ahead and let's go ahead and duke it up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want him to earn the Tank fight. If he could do that, that would be a fight worth, because you don't fight a Regis if it's not a bigger goal in mind. Like, people not seeing that. Like, this dude Regis is a knockout artist. Like, he's not playing around. Like, and all these left-handers? Yeah, like back-to-back lefties. Come on. So if he can do it, if he can do it, hopefully he can impress Tank, and Tank will be like, all right, let's go ahead and lock it in. But
if Devin pull this one off, I think him and Tank have one more fight, and then it's them. One more fight for each of them, then they're going to get it on. If Devin pull his Regis fight off, be around summertime 2024. They're going to get it on. That's the way I really believe that. Tank going to have a fight around springtime. Devin going to get one more, and then it's going to be them. Be the next fight after that. That's what I think. Devin pull this one off, which I think he will. Yeah.
Let me ask you this. Let's say if Devin wins, right?
Yeah.
Who do you think is gonna be the obstacle that people try to put in front of the fight?
I mean, to put in front of him and Tank?
Because let me say this. Let's run down the obstacles, right?
Mm-hmm.
First, nobody knew Devin Haney.
Right.
Then, you know, he couldn't even sell out his hometown.
Yeah.
Then, you know, well, before all that, it was he ain't fight nobody. Now, if he can beat Regis, who and already have Loma and everything he accomplished at 135, and the fans are demanding for it.
Yeah. No obstacle. Nothing, BT. My answer is nothing. No obstacle.
I'm gonna tell you the obstacle right here.
What do you think it is?
Sabril Matias.
So is that no. That ain't gonna work.
Listen. Hey, hold on. Hold on. Let me say this. After Devin beat Kambosos for the second fight.
Yeah.
Me and a few other people that love boxing was rooting hard for Tank and Devin to fight. Am I right or wrong?
Right, you're right.
And
100%.
let me add, and who that wasn't even in the weight class that came up to a new weight class, who did they slide in to say that Devin had to fight before he could get a Tank fight? Who was they? You see what I'm saying? That the obstacle that they tried to put in the way of the Devin and Tank fight.
Right.
They brought Shakur in. They say, Shakur here, he calling you out. So now that Matias done said Haney name, you gonna have a large segment of people that start pushing, Devin ducking Matias. Devin gotta fight Matias. You know what I'm saying?
That's not gonna stop it. No. Because you know, B3, more people want to see Devin and Tank than want to see Devin and Matias, you know? And
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna be honest with you, Cass, and maybe I'm looking at it from the wrong way. And I agree with you. You're 100% right. I agree with that statement. But I feel like more people want to see Devin lose, get clipped or something, than Devin get in a Tank fight. Like if they made a laughing stock of Devin, like if Devin get knocked out by Regis, I think more people would be happy and laugh and enjoy that. Then Devin beat Regis, then have to, you know, work his way and actually get a Tank fight. I mean, the fans is going, because like you're saying, a lot. And let's be real. And we had this conversation before. I think these promoters they want Hispanic, they want like a Mexican element.
Oh yeah, we did. Yeah.
So I think some people's telling me that Tank and Devin pay-per-view don't do over 350 or 400,000 pay-per-view buys. I'm like, where y'all? I'm like, hold on. I'm like, these two dudes is like literally the top of the skill. You know, these two dudes got the most skill in boxing, and they at the pinnacle of boxing. But if they match up, people not gonna want to see it.
And all the hardcore fans gonna get that. All the hardcore fans.
Man, everybody and their mama gonna watch that fight. I don't know how they gonna watch it, you know, but I know they gonna watch
it though.
You know, and but like you're saying, I just feel like it need to be a little. I think it need to maybe, like you say, one fight away. But the people,
and there ain't gonna be no Super El Matias. Devin ain't fighting no Super El Matias before he gets the Tank. No.
My whole thing is
nobody want that. Who wants to see that? I don't want to see that. I want to see Devin and Tank. Just a tune-up thing. It ain't got to be nobody spectacular. You beat Regis, you don't have nothing else to prove before you fight Tank. You don't even have to get another tune-up fight. But if you do, just let it be a little tune-up fight. You know what I mean?
Hey, listen. Yeah. You know how they gonna do. Hey, listen. Hey, Cass, they gonna be like, all right, you beat Regis, you know. Yeah. Now, in order to build the fight, we need a common opponent. So you're gonna have to fight Barrios, you know what I'm saying, or somebody. You know, like that's how boxing be working. Like
he had 147, B3.
Hey, listen.
Barrios had 147.
Hey, all I'm gonna say is this: when you dealing with a cash cow like Tank, like you're not. If you gonna even put him in a risky fight, you know, you gonna make it's gonna have to be a huge fight. Let me ask you this: if you had to put a 0 to 100% percentage on Tank and Sabril fighting each other, what percentage would you put on it? 0 to 100.
Okay, I'm gonna say before Tank and Devin, I put 0.
Anytime in Tank's career.
Anytime in his career, about 25%.
You see what I'm saying? So it's
not no big
no. That's what I'm saying. So it's for you to even as a promoter, as a manager of a fighter, you know, you maximizing their value at all costs.
That's right.
And Devin Haney, I don't believe beating Regis. Devin would have to literally do possibly over 300,000 pay-per-view buys. And he would have to do 300,000. In my opinion, this is my opinion. And over 300,000. And he would have to either stop Regis, or he would have to beat him in a fashion that was crowd pleasing, and everybody went home happy talking about Devin Haney, and almost putting him up and just saying, well, we even think that you can even compete with Tank now. You see what I'm saying? Because the people got to believe Devin. Some people are fans of boxing. They believe that Devin has a style that could possibly give Tank trouble. But people have to actually believe he has a chance to beat Tank. If they don't believe that, it ain't no fight. So he can't get clipped in a Regis fight or get hurt or anything like that, and still get a Tank fight. You see what I'm saying? So he's gonna have to be clean, and it's gonna have to do well, and it's gonna have to do well.
Yeah, that's what he's going in there trying to do. You know, does he know that? Him and Bill know that. They know that. You know, just like we're talking about it. They know that. That's what he's gonna try to do.
It's kind of funny too.
I think he can do it. You know,
it's kind of funny how I don't know if you peeped this. I'll be watching. I'll be on it too hard. I'll be watching all the time, every day, really. And Devin Haney had a media workout, but we haven't seen none of the workout. Like where the footage is. You know, I haven't really called or you know seen it because I know Danny, Ness and Danny. I know Danny knows. You know, he be with Devin, but I'm like trying to figure out why we haven't seen like no workout footage. You feel what I'm saying?
Why do you think?
So,
why do you think we haven't seen it? B3.
So
you got a reason? You got a thought on that?
This is what I don't like to think too. I don't want to say he has an injury. I don't believe that. This is what I will say.
Okay.
I will say that when he put out the hitting the heavy bag or whatever, you know, Regis kind of clowned him a little bit. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know if you know what I'm saying. I don't know. So maybe they just trying to keep it under wraps. Maybe he is looking good, and that's why he dropped the belts because he about to beat Regis up. I just don't like that I haven't got any footage of like the media workout of him actually, you know, working because, you know, I like to see how long he's working without stopping, you know, stuff like that, to see what kind of conditioning he's in. And they gave us like the interview part of it when everybody was there interviewing them, but they didn't give. Yeah, without the workout, I'm like, what's going on? Like, this is crazy. Like for a big fight, and then Regis did a little, so like he hit the pads a little bit, for his media workout, but he didn't really do much, which is alright. I just kind of understood that. But with Devin, I'm used to seeing him work a little bit, and you know, especially we seen him before the Loma fight, so that just kind of throwing me off a little bit. But needless to say, I feel like they got something up their sleeve.
Devin,
I think they got something up their sleeve. I think Regis in for it. You know, more so than people think Devin is in for it because Regis is like perceived as a power puncher. But see, Regis is not like a one punch, touch you, knock you out.
No, he's accumulation type, you know. Right.
Yeah. So he's gonna have to, you know, land punches over a period of time.
Over a period of time, exactly.
Devin is not going to be there to just.
He's not going to be there. 100%. Give you B3. But hey, B3, it's getting time for Just Do Boxing at 4. So I always get off because we got like a team thing going on. I'm 2 to 4, but it's great talking to you, man.
I appreciate you letting me on, Cass. I know
Make
I
sure
talked
you
your
come
head
back,
off.
man.
I know I talked your head off,
priceless.
man. Shout out to
No,
everybody.
I enjoyed
in
that,
the
man.
chat.
I enjoyed it. I wish more people would come up and give me that kind of conversation, man. You know, I appreciate it
Already.
1000%.
Already. I love the sport of boxing.
Make sure you come back, bro. 2 to
Say
4 every
less.
day.
All right,
Okay.
Cass. Appreciate you, fam.
All right, B3.
All right.
Appreciate it, bro. Always a pleasure. Okay. That was great. I hope y'all enjoyed it. And B3 up here on the panel. And I'm getting ready to get out of here. It's time for Just Do Boxing at 4 o'clock. Let me get a rundown of the people that was in here today. We had Uncle Chow, Just Do Boxing, Day Hardcore, GP Gregory Pratt, Drew P. Zach, Mike Masick, Mike Rhyme, Big Tim Layton, JBT, Bruce Gas, Al Booger, and Thomas Morris, BN Boxing News. And on the panel today was BN Boxing News, Ant McQueen, and B3. And I appreciate everybody support my little small channel. But as I always say, you gotta be small before you can be big, right? Cass Sports. See y'all.